Genetically modified crops now cover 10% of the world's land and are used at 90% of the annual soybean crop and 50% of the corn crop in the U.S. alone. From the moment this technology was discovered in the late 1970s, there have been concerns over its safety to humans, the quality of the fruits and vegetables, and its impact on the ecosystem.
You couldn't normally get a potato to have offspring with a fish, but with genetic modification you can get a gene from the fish and put it into the plant. We don't do enough testing. The food regulator doesn't actually require any animal testing to be done on a crop before they say that it's safe to eat.
Many scientists would like to see genetically modified testing put on hold until there is better testing and regulation, and scientists know for sure what the long-term effects are.
That we have no idea what the long-term consequences of these genetic manipulations will be on the public. There is no way that our health authorities can test all possible combinations and permutations over a large enough population over a long enough period to be able to say with a surety that they're harmless. So basically, by slipping it into our food without our knowledge, without any indication that there are genetically modified organisms in our food, we are now unwittingly part of a massive experiment. Over years, as thousands and thousands of people continue to consume this, we will provide the data which will allow us ultimately to conclude whether or not there's any danger.
Still today, there have been very few systematic and independent animal studies testing the safety of genetically modified crops and their effects on humans. Some scientific reviews have indicated that genetically modified products that are currently on the international market have all passed risk assessments conducted by national authorities and have not indicated any risk to human health. However, many scientists see the studies that have been done to date are incomplete.
Current regulation tests are conducted over 3 months, but the really serious diseases, such as the death of rats due to tumours, occurs only in the 4th month. Therefore, these tests give no real information about the effects of genetically modified food on health over a lifetime.
However, these studies seem to be slow in coming. Genetically modified foods is big business, and the studies are funded by the biotech industry, which is responsible for commercializing these GM plants, and therefore maintains the sole access to much of the data needed to assess the food safety. However, Professor Rick Roche, Dean of the Melbourne School of Land and Environment, disagrees with the need for panic.
When people ask about long-term feeding studies for GM foods, you might well ask, where's the long-term feeding study on, say, chocolate or tea or various other things we eat all the time? And the answer is there aren't any. And we know there are potential health risks with these. Mushrooms have compounds in them that are carcinogenic and so forth. No safety testing is required on any of those.
But genetically modified crops are fundamentally different. The method used to create them have the potential to dramatically change the plant's biochemistry and create unknown risks.
We need to keep in mind that the company that is making the GM crop to try and make money out of it, they are the people that do the safety assessments. And I think there's a problem in that, as we found with tobacco and asbestos industries, etc., and even pharmaceutical industries. You often don't know what the real effects of that might be on someone until independent people do the safety testing.